in January, the city of Austin is changing its historic preservation plan, expanding protections for places that make Austin, Austin.
The city council adopted this plan last Thursday. KVUE's Jessica Shaw shows us what's changed and how it can protect Austin's history.
It looks almost exactly the way it did around 100 years ago.
Residents of this area talk about mama giving them a dime and sending them up to go get dinner and being able to come back.
And while the places around it might change, members of the Historic Landmark Commission and the City of Austin would like to keep buildings like the Green and White Grocery that way.
Austin sold the heart of the city, makes it unique. It is disappearing, and preservation is the key to protecting it.
Last Thursday, Austin City Council adopted a new historic preservation plan that hasn't been updated since 1981. It's based on equity, being more fair and equal to decide what gets preserved.
Basically what we had up to the 80s was all about taking buildings that might be otherwise threatened because styles change or maybe ownership was a little bit less supportive.
Ben Heimsath, chair of the Historic Landmark Commission, says the preservation plan back then successfully preserved many of Austin's historic buildings in the heart of the city, but it overlooked many others.
This is one of the landmarks that we have on our own with the current tools been trying very hard to address these overlooked communities, the Hispanic community in particular on the east side.
He says the Green and White Grocery should have become a landmark long ago, but preservation efforts weren't focused on areas with large minority populations, even though they fit the criteria. And now we're losing them.
We're having these older homes get demolished. And so we want stronger mechanisms to ensure that we are doing what we can to preserve, to make it easier for families to preserve their homes.
City Council member Vanessa Fuentes, who co-sponsored the plan, says now there's a way to help them. They'll follow 107 recommendations to make preservation more equitable and inclusive, which includes expanding criteria to what merits preservation and to the historic landmark tax breaks that help pay to maintain the property.
If we don't pass them on, the future generation will be ignorant of this history. It's our duty to say these are important enough. We value them enough.
To keep Austin looking like Austin, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.